energy, and I'm just like, first of all, I just want to point out, I was also 120 kgs at that time, so I was fat as fuck. And then moving, and then like making a 120 kg guy move to the illiterate people, it's 260 pounds. So I was fat. Let's the obvious elephant in the room. Obvious elephant in the room was that I was fat. So making a 260 pound guy dance.
Amog, you a big bone. Stop lying.
Sure, Brad. Some slaps and chaps. So, Brad, why don't you go first?
I can save mine for last. I want you guys. Mo, you want to go first real quick? I know you're going to be kind of in and out, so I want you to get your thing done real quick if you have to leave real soon.
Yeah, I'll get it done. So what's been slapping is I've been playing some Modern Warfare Warzone with my friends. Brad was one of them. We played some it's basically PUBG but on like adrenaline and a bunch of other high octane drugs. Basically, it's a really fun game to play. Been definitely improving, I think. Or I feel I am improving. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of Warzone. It's been a lot of fun. So what's been chapping is, so essentially I went to the Kuwait Society of Engineers today to get my membership card. And today I realized what the value is of being an Indian expatriate abroad. So it turns out the Ministry of Workforce has made a decision that they don't want to keep any more immigrants in the country. Hey, Brad, looks like everybody's following President Trump's idea of kicking out immigrants. Only difference is that the Arabs don't fucking work. So they aren't issuing any sort of membership, any workforce IDs, visas, anything to any Indians, even if they're in the system. So, well, looks like I'm gonna have to call it a day soon, hopefully. If not, let's see how the things go. Yeah, that's what's been chapping my ass pretty much today, and I think for the next whole week. But yeah, I'm gonna hand the baton on to somebody else now. Shraddha, you wanna go? Oh, yeah. Brad, you wanna go? Okay.
But ladies first.
Ladies first, yes.
So wait, what do I have to?
So slaps is slaps is what is like really good with your week. What's been great with your week, and chaps is essentially what's been like really like just annoying you and pissing you off throughout the week. So you can extreme.
Okay, it's been the same. I think pretty much every week. I am doing a lot of teaching, but at the same time, it's been teaching online. So that's like I'm getting pissed off with every week because I honestly don't enjoy teaching online as much. It just takes away the personal touch of being in the studio and being with your students. So that's what has been irritating, as well as the good part is I could complete a lot of things, and I'm trying new things to incorporate in the class and making it more interactive, sending in videos, encouraging students to share their videos so I can give them feedback and I can see what's going on. So yeah, coping up is I think the good part, and the bad part is I still have to do it.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I wonder how young are your students? Are you like young students, or you have like older students?
It is a mix. So I teach from age group 3 to 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Young, and I also teach students who are in 11th and 12th grade. So
okay.
Yeah,
but man, like 3 to 5 must be tough.
Yes, it's really tough, and getting their attention in the class itself is so difficult. Imagine getting their attention online.
Yeah, I know.
It's like they don't want to stand in front of the screen. They're always like, I'm like, come here, and they're always running away and bringing the toys. Teacher, see this or something like that. So it gets really difficult to manage them all together.
Yeah, no, I figure. Wow, I don't know about. I mean, I've taught some classes, but I don't know if I could teach online classes, because I feel like mostly everybody be on their phones, not paying attention half the time, or just like what you say, just getting a snack or something, or just taking their time instead of like keeping pace, which one, because you got a short amount of time to teach them, and some people just lollygagging and taking their time,
Yeah, and I think students have come up with innovative ways to get distracted and to, disrupt the whole class. Sometimes they
Exactly.
will be like, oh, my Wi-Fi is not stable, it's not connecting, and they switch off, switch on, and again. Some students will just like make faces, they will just act out. So it's funny sometimes because
Yeah.
I know what's happening.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing. So I guess with me, I'm gonna start with my chaps real quick. So what's been chapping for me is recently one of my an old high school near my high school got vandalized recently by these five idiots, really, and they spray painted the football field with F N words, and it like all over the football field. Then they spray painted it. And what really confuses me is that when I looked up who these people were, because they show the ages, I'm not gonna say any names, of course, but they're all their ages, like all 18 and 19 years old. So I'm like, okay, if you're 18, 19 years old, it seems like you already graduated from high school, right? At least I hope you graduated from high school. I don't know, you don't seem that smart right now, but it seems like you know you graduate from high school. So why the hell are you going back and messing around with this high school right now?
Okay, your voice just went off.
Sorry about that, but yeah, no. I was just so confused, and the fact of the matter is that why would you be doing this? Because it doesn't make any sense. It's a waste of time, and now you're gonna be I'm not sure if you're gonna face some criminal charges, maybe just a fine or two, but still that's gonna follow you for the rest of your life, and you're just starting out with your life. If it what if your college hears about that? If you apply to a college, they could kick you out really quick. And again, what's
And
been slapping? Oh, go on. Sorry, you want to say something?
no, it's like, were these kids like, were they doing it on purpose? As in, do they have a record of doing it, or did you
No,
find
I
out something?
I guess it might have cameras on the field or something like that, so that's how they found them. But I mean,
Okay.
I'm just like, why, but what was the point of it though? Like, I don't get it. I guess because they're just racist or something. But yeah,
Yo,
so
so yeah, I'm back. I'm back. Yo, so they literally they painted the N word on your football field.
yeah, they did. It said F N words on the
What?
football field for no reason. I'm just like no reason at all.
But
And
like,
I'm
okay, so I'm just curious. Are they white? Are they white? Because that's
uh
like if
yeah. I looked
Yeah,
them up.
it's
They
possible.
all filed in the fight.
like I'm like I can understand if they're white because they're
Could be
just fucking
triggered by the
stupid. But
movement.
like, yeah, exactly, triggered by the moment. But if they're like black and if they're saying the F N word, I'm like, yo, you all seriously need
No,
to
no,
evaluate your life.
no. Like I don't like. First of all, I don't know. I would personally do that, but I don't know any black person would personally do that and waste their time doing that. But hey, I guess people have extra time on their hands because of quarantine. But about yourself, so tell us, how did you get started with dancing, and what inspired you to become a dancer?
Uh, I actually started dancing after I completed my master's. So I was a very studious person growing up. I was a science student, so I completed my graduation in biotechnology. After that, uh, I enrolled into a master's program. I did my master's in biotechnology, and while I was in my second year, I enrolled myself um, in like a 3 month batch of a dance program in contemporary,
Hmm.
and that actually was my very starting point of it. And while I was dancing, and I realized that I enjoy this much more than what I'm doing right now. Obviously, for obvious reasons, because nobody wants to spend their time sitting in a lab waiting for the petri dishes to for the fungus to grow. So I was I was I got interested into dance back then, but because I had a long year ahead and I had to do my submissions and everything, I dropped the whole idea of continuing dance. Plus, also did not have too much of support from the family back then. So I decided that I will continue dancing, or I will get back to dancing once I have a job. So then, I can spend my own money and I can pursue whatever I want to. So after I completed my master's program, I got a job as a writer. It was into abstraction and indexing of science journals and things like that. It was a proper corporate job, basically.
All right,
And
interesting.
yeah, yeah. So I got into the job, and with my first salary, literally my first salary, I used to see this dance school every day as I used to pass by, and I used to just look at the board, and it used to say contemporary dance. And I was like, one day I will get off and I will go and get enrolled myself in a dance program. And that was the day I got my first salary. I got off the bus and I straight away entered into the class. I did not even ask who runs the class. I did not ask who's teaching. I did not ask anything. I just asked one question. We teach contemporary dance. And the receptionist just told me, yes, we do teach. What are the batches? What are the timings? Whatever. I said I want to enroll myself in a Sunday class because Sunday was better for me. And that's how I enrolled in a dance school. It was a proper dance school. And that time I was dancing only once a week, which was Sunday for 2 hours. And slowly, after performing for a show with that school, the teacher told me that you are improving, so you can enroll yourself in a twice a week batch. So you get more, you get in touch with dance more and more, and you will improve much faster. So that's how I enrolled myself in twice a week program, and then I used to go and dance my heart out on these 2 days. I used to rush from my office and come back. And while all this was happening, I got a very good opportunity in my in the field that I was in writing. I got a good job at a health portal as a writer and editor. So I joined that, and that job was like really far. It was a 9 to 6 job, and 7 o'clock was my class time. So after 6 o'clock, I used to literally rush, changing trains, and get to the studio and dance from 7 to 9. And that was a year-long program that I had enrolled in after a year. It was called the Part-Time Diploma Program by Sunit Nagre Dance Arts. And it was a 1-year program. So my teacher was like, why don't you take a part-time program so that you can continue dancing also, and you still get to work, that you still get to do the work that you're still doing. That's how I enrolled myself in that part-time program, which was for 1 year. And for 1 year I was juggling between my office, writing, then rushing, getting to the studio, dancing. And for 1 year I juggled between shows also. So Saturday, Sunday, sometimes we have to go and perform somewhere. That was happening simultaneously. But once the program got over, that was the time when I had to decide, because the studio was, the dance school was going on a tour, and that's when they said that we cannot continue having a full-fledged program. And I was like, okay, so now I cannot go to SNDA anymore. I cannot go to Sunit Nagre Dance Arts anymore, to the studio anymore. So I thought I'll start looking for other options where I can still get to dance. And until that point, I never imagined I would quit everything to get into the field of dance. But I completely lost the thought. I'm like, okay, if things happen, it will happen. I again focused on my work. I was doing my writing job, and I was pretty much happy with it. It was never like I hated my job. I really enjoyed writing, and I really enjoyed the field of reporting. I used to love I used to love science as well as reporting about science a lot. So again, after 4 or 5 months, I get a call from the same dance school saying that, okay, we have a show, would you like to perform? And it didn't even take me a second. I just replied, yes, I'm on, I will be there. And I performed for the show, and after that show, my teacher asked me that I want to restart the company, would you like to join as a member, as a team member, as a full-time job? And that just caught me off guard. I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. I never imagined dancing full-time, and no, it can't happen. I have a good life. I am into writing, and it's all going great. And full-time dancing, I don't think I'm capable of it, and I'm too old for it. All these thoughts came. He's like, it's there's no rush. You can take your time. I'm going to start from January, so you can uh, you can think about it and let us know. I literally took 3 months to come to the decision of quitting my job because convincing parents and leaving a good job with a good pay to something that I'm not experienced into at all. That I think was the most I would say the riskiest thing I've done. But I did it because one thing always kept playing at the back of my head is that if I don't take this opportunity now, I will never understand what it would be like if I would have gotten into full time dancing. It will always remain a question mark. And if I take this and if things don't work out, I can always go back to writing. Writing is not going to go away from me, right? It's there in me and I can get back to it. But dancing, is it requires a lot of physical potential. And
Yes.
I was already 25 when I was offered that job. So at the age of 25, I thought if somebody's offering me this job, that means if I leave it, then I cannot come back when I'm 30 and say, okay, I want to join a company. It doesn't work that way. So I thought, whatever it is, I will have to give it a try. If it doesn't work, I can go back to my writing and I will have no regrets. That was one thing I was sure about, that I don't want any regrets. And when I told my parents the same thing, that I want to try it for a year. If it doesn't work, I will go back to what I was doing. And they were like, okay, take this 1 year and see what you want to do. That's how I came to SMBA. I think it was 2000 when I joined, 2015 January when I joined, and I was there until 2019. I mean, I just left last year. So I started with SMBA as a student in 2012. In 2015, I joined the company, and in 2019, which is last year, I just left. So that's how my journey of dance has been. Actually, in the first 6 months of joining SMBA, I was totally depressed. Depressed as in I came from a complete corporate background, and I came from a space where we used to have conversations about writing and how to get these articles online and teamwork, and it was a completely different space. And cut to this, I came to a studio where I had to clean the floors, I had to clean the mirrors. I mean, it was a complete different life. Although I
I can
was getting,
imagine. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. A
So
total
that's
180.
yeah, total 180. And for the first 6 months, it's like, I can do better. Why am I even doing this? Why am I even doing this? I'm not even good. I'm not even good at dancing. Why am I doing this? So first 6 months, it was just that pace. But I think after 6 months, I was like, if I run away now, it's like I'm not even giving myself a fair chance. And then I decided to, push through and not complain a lot. And I think I never looked back after that. It's just the journey just kept me growing. I think that's how it's been. I never thought of looking anywhere else because SMD was where I started, and it kept giving me opportunities to grow, to perform, to teach, to choreograph. Like all my creative desires were being fulfilled by that one space. So I never thought of looking anywhere else. Um, yeah, so it, over the past 4 years, my love for dancing has just kept growing and growing and growing. And today, when I look back, I was like, oh, really? I used to sit in the office for 6 to 7 hours in front of a computer. I can't imagine doing that anymore. I've come too far.
Actually, and this is in conjunction with what Brad is asking. So
Yeah.
I see a lot of these these lovely question, Brad. Great question. So one thing is, what do you think about TikTok? And my question to this is, what do you think about these choreographers who are on TikTok and they're like, they're like, I see, let's take names. At least these are the ones I'm familiar with. There's this celebrity belly dancer called Ujasvi Verma. She's fabulous. I mean, I've seen her dance, and she's self-taught. So I'm like, okay, there's some genuine talent. And then there's another called Sonali Bhadoria. She's also like, hip hop, jazz, funk, all the good stuff. So what do you think about propagating dance through TikTok versus propagating dance through YouTube. What's your take on this? TikTok versus YouTube. So yeah,
Oh
those are
my
the two.
God.
Yeah.
So firstly, I have never used TikTok. So I have never been on the platform of TikTok to um, judge the content on that. But from whatever I've seen that has been shared on Facebook and whatever comes through forwards or whatever, I don't like that, honestly. I mean, I don't.
And he's being honest.
Yeah, I'm
Let's be
being very
honest.
honest. Uh, there must be some really great content on TikTok, and I don't want to deny that because some people really get very creative, and it requires, I think, a lot of thought process to make TikTok kind of videos. I don't know how it works, but that's what it came across to me. Maybe there are templates, or I don't know how do they make these videos, but there should be some templates or some recordings to which you have to dance or something like that. So people do get creative, and I really like that creativity. But I honestly will never use a platform like TikTok to share videos. And for whoever it works, I'm really happy for you guys. Like nothing against that. It's just that I like YouTube because you can post your videos and people can see your content, and I think you on TikTok there is a lot of trends and these that keep popping up, which kind of spoils the whole fun of watching what you want to watch. I think I don't know, but I think there are some trends which keep showing you certain kinds of videos. So if I watch one video at one time, it will show me 100 more videos of the similar kind.
It's an
That is what I
algorithm
get.
based. Yeah, that's the algorithm based. That's the algorithm system. So yeah, I think I think that's the same with Instagram, because like if I see just like one video of like this dancer, you show me 100 videos of the same dancer, and I'm like, I just wanted to see that one. I didn't want to see 100 others. Like why you just like bombarding me with this stuff? So yeah. But go on.
So for dancers who can really make advantage of it and garner lots of following and followers from it, it's good for them. But I personally, I don't think I will be able to generate that kind of interest on TikTok. I cannot work on platforms like this. That's what I feel. I've never tried it, and I've never liked it. So I will go for YouTube. So I would definitely want to start my YouTube channel someday after the lockdown is over. You can get to see my videos and things like that, but not on TikTok, guys. In fact, on Instagram also, I came like about a year ago or 2 years ago.
Right.
So I was not even there on Instagram. Instagram was forced upon me. Like somebody else literally grabbed my phone, downloaded the app, and made my account. It was that. And after my account was created, about for 5-6 months, there was no activity on it. And I have recently started being active because I realized in social media, platform like Instagram really help independent artists to get real appreciation for their work. And I think it's high time for me to start using that platform rather than just shadows.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I do agree.
Completely agree.
Yeah, but one thing about, I guess, TikTok that I've noticed is that I see a lot of EDM people on TikTok doing the EDM dance moves. And I follow a friend of mine, and she actually does like these tutorials on her Instagram on how like she does EDM stuff. Like she'll step out the motion and show, okay, it's 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step, and then she'll do it. I guess that's like a good way to show, because you're kind of a teacher, and I guess that's how you teach. You show like the first 4 steps, and then you go slow, then you keep on increasing to at your normal speed of how you move it. And I guess there are good people on TikTok who do that, I guess. But then there are those who are just like doing like these crazy weird dances, and you're just looking at them just like, what's going on here? Like why are you doing this? Exactly. So
a lot of crap things also out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cringe TikTok also.
There
again,
is.
so it's obviously it's not related to dance, and it is also related to dance, but it's just like I've seen so many reactions of like Indian YouTubers and Indian YouTubers and comics especially reacting to TikTok, and now that TikTok is banned in India because of this entire skirmish with China, and it's slowly going to be banned in the United States as well.
Yeah.
Or at least is it banned or is it going to be banned? I don't know.
The plan. So what's happening right now is that Microsoft is trying to buy TikTok. So, because it's trying to show that American company has taken stock and ownership of TikTok. But the problem is, because the issue with TikTok is that it steals your information. Well, a lot of things steal your information. Like Google steals your information.
Yeah.
Alexa steals your information. Like they put targeted ads.
Facebook. So does Facebook.
Yeah, so a lot of our social media steals our information. It's just the fact of the matter is, everybody has a beef with China at the moment right now, and since TikTok is made by a Chinese company, people are like, oh, I'm worried because I'm the Chinese people steal my information and what I like to buy and my spending habits. Well, okay, whatever. But yeah, I will say that's there's a lot of cringe stuff on TikToks. I was recently watching this TikTok review from this person named Swell Entertainment. She's a really good YouTuber, and she was talking about kind of how like there's some really cringy like dudes doing like these weird stuff, pretending to be like your father or something like that, and like POV TikTok, I guess. I'm not sure if you guys ever heard of that. Like point of view TikTok, where like you're supposed to be the point of view of the person they say you are, like they say, oh, I'm the father, and you're like the little girl, and you walk on me and your mom having sex or something like that, which is really freaking weird. I'm like, why would you make this style of TikTok? And
no, but does the company have any policy to, not allow such?
No, like TikTok.
Is there any filter?
I don't think that's the problem with TikTok. Is that I don't think it has like certain rules and regulations. Like, which is like another weird thing. I recently learned this. Apparently, in YouTube, you can show sex on YouTube, which is really strange. I didn't know that until recently. I watched a video like what can and can't show on YouTube, and apparently you can show sex on YouTube, which is strange. I didn't even know that. So I mean, I guess like there must be certain rules that TikTok has as well that just allows people to do like these weird POV TikToks that are just very strange and weird. I'm just like, why? And the thing is, they're all like these. No, I'm not on TikTok. I watch it on YouTube.
Brad is very respectable. Brad is very respectable that way. But another friend of ours, Allison, who's on the podcast, he's on TikTok, but he only just watches the content because he needs content for the show, and and that's why he comes in and he tells us this, because he doesn't upload. Like he's also respectable that way, that we don't we're self-respecting people, so we don't try to sell our shit on TikTok. But it's just I see all these artists and I'm like,